I'm Gnosis. Welcome to your daily tarot reading for the 31st of May 2021. Remember, if you enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. The first card is the Ten of Swords. The second card is the Nine of Swords. Third card is the King of Pentacles. Your fourth card is the Ace of Swords. And your fifth card is the Nine of Pentacles. So your first card represents your current situation. Second card, your consciousness. Third card, your unconscious. Fourth card, your near future. And the fifth card, your conclusion. Ten of Swords representing the end of a period, particularly the end of a paradigm. The way you've seen things for a long time has altered, has been radically transformed. And of course, with the end of an idea or with the end of one's paradigm comes despondency. Because if our way of seeing the world has been transformed, if we have become disillusioned, if our optimism has been turned to cynicism, then obviously that's going to leave us in a state where we don't have a compass. We no longer have a set of concrete values by which we can strive, we can live our lives by, and by which we can judge things. You have the Nine of Swords in your consciousness. And of course the Nine of Swords is one of those infamous cards. It is associated with anxiety. But I think the key thing to remember about the Nine of Swords, even though we may be suffering from anxiety, even though we may feel despondent, that doesn't necessarily mean that we have a good reason to feel anxious or a good reason to feel despondent. Rather, we are probably stuck in a feedback loop where we are feeding the despondency and feeding the anxiety, and we find it hard to get out of that. So, with the Nine of Swords, really the onus is on you to have the willpower to overcome these negative emotions and to try and snap out of the feedback loop of anxiety. It's interesting that you would have the King of Pentacles in your unconscious. For me, the King of Pentacles is a card of status. It's about somebody who defines herself in terms of their material wealth and in terms of how they are perceived by others. Now, the fact that you would have it in your unconscious shows that you are most certainly not a status-driven person. You're not somebody that overly worries what others think. And I want to say that this is most certainly not a doom and gloom reading, because opposite the Nine of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords representing a breath of fresh air, a new way of thinking, a new perspective. Waking up in the morning and thinking, things aren't so bad. There's hope. Things can change. Things continually change. And even if our mindset or our life is stuck in a rut, there's no way it can remain that way. It can either get worse or it can get better. It's not going to remain the same. Ace of Swords gives us that inspiration, that impetus to do something new and to be energized about life once more. You have the Nine of Pentacles in your conclusion. Nine of Pentacles is the card of independence. It's the card of sustainability. Our lifestyle is sustained by our resources. So although we've begun our reading in a despondent, helpless place, we most certainly don't end our reading in that state. So I think for you, really you need to focus on inspiration. You have to seek out that which is going to give your life meaning. You're going to have to seek out that which connects you with the transcendent, so that you can apply that to your lived experience and even to your material well-being and resources. So that's your daily tarot reading for the 31st of May 2021. I'm John Gnosis. If you enjoy this reading, please leave a like and subscribe, and please join me for more daily tarot readings.